Hey everyone, welcome to this first video session by Blockchain India. I would like to start by introducing myself. Hi, I am the co-founder of Blockchain India, which is a pan-India community initiative for educating and evangelizing about blockchain technology. Running it as a not-for-profit and are running 3 chapters currently in Delhi, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. We're getting a great response from our community members and launching this new initiative of doing video sessions with experts where they share some information about their personal experiments of using blockchain to solve real life problems. Today we'll be talking about ICOs, about this interesting problem that a Silicon Valley based blockchain startup is trying to solve and how their journey has been until now. It was a couple of weeks back when I was going through my Twitter feed and I read a tweet by Adam Draper from Boost VC, which said, which basically had a conversation between a Silicon Valley startup and a VC, right? So the conversation went something like this. The startup said, hey, I don't have a product, but I'm looking to raise about $40 million. VC, I'm not interested. Startup, but it's an ICO. VC, hey, do you think you can make some room for me? And such is the interest of uh, raising capital through this new model of funding. So these startups are not only changing the way we track information, store and share this information, but they're also creating this new model of raising capitals for small startups. And this new model of funding is called an ICO, or an initial coin offering. Some people also refer to it as crowd sale or token sale. But let's first understand what an ICO is. An ICO is an event in which a company or a startup sells part of its tokens or cryptocurrency to early adopters and enthusiasts for money. These tokens are cryptocurrencies which can be used within the network or the ecosystem of the startup. Imagine a startup similar to Uber called Uber, which transacts with its own cryptocurrency called MU. So, as the value of the network of this Uber startup increases, as its demand increases, the value of these tokens also increases. If it becomes more valuable to hold these tokens, the public starts doing so. If the demand of the public to hold it increases a lot and a lot of public starts holding it, the value increases even further. So these early adopters tend to sell this uh, you know sell these tokens at a higher price than the one they bought it for and make some profit off of it. So this is why users tend to put money for these tokens. Startups, before they've completed the project, they raise money through this form of ICO to help them fund the cost that the team undertakes to build the product until the launch. So this basically in a nutshell is an ICO, and larger companies give some portion of the money that they raise through ICOs to the foundation that helps run the project. Although there are many unworthy startups that are looking to bank on this ICO trend, we at Blockchain India are able to find one startup that outshines the rest with the help of Draper University. This startup is called BitClave, and we have its CEO Alex with us, who agreed to do this session to help contribute to building the blockchain system ecosystem in India. Welcome, Alex. How are you?
Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, Akshay. How are you
Hey,
doing?
good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, so first of all, thanks for making time for doing this session. I know it must be really crazy. Since the pre-sale is just about 2 days from today, right? And start by trying to understand what is the kind of problem that you're trying to solve at BitClave.
Sure. So BitClave is solving a problem of advertising and search on internet. We are building a new decentralized ecosystem
Mm-hmm.
and essentially taking on companies like Google and Facebook to make sure that people are not just giving away their data, but rather have a chance to monetize on the data and also create a direct link for businesses and users.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, why did you start BitClave, and what's the story with BitClave until now?
So I was a chief security officer at LG Electronics. I was working on security and data privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was always very interesting to find this balance between data and privacy,
Mm-hmm.
how one can make sure that he's not exposed too much, but yet if he wants to get some services, he should be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a big dilemma for a lot of people. So I was working on this idea for several years, and then eventually I decided that I want to start up my own company.
Mm-hmm.
And so I joined my forces with several, co-founders, and we came up with this idea for BitClave.
Oh, so how long has it been since you guys started working on this?
So we met with initial co-founders. We met in February last year for a discussion. We know each other for a long time, but we finally agreed to start that back in February. And so we were kind of slowly working on this progression. And today we feel we have a pretty good understanding of what we are doing and where we're going.
That's great. So you mentioned about this team, and while I was going through the website, I found the team is made up of all-star people, who have had so many years of experience under their belt, and have come from best of the universities of the world. Tell us a bit about what the current team looks like.
Great. So we actually, yes, I'm very proud of our team. We assembled probably uh, best of the minds in Silicon Valley. We were able to attract some really great advisors. So as far as the team goes, my co-founders are Patrick and Emmanuel. They are both from Carnegie Mellon University. Patrick is an assistant professor, and Emmanuel is his student. He graduates as we speak from a PhD program,
Wow,
and they both work on the area of security and privacy. Uh,
wow.
and then we have one more co-founder, Vasily, who is actually a serial entrepreneur who worked on several startups and gaming. And so I think we have a great team of co-founders, and we have 20 engineers or on staff working on different topics from machine learning to search and blockchain. So we really have a solid team, and then we have really great advisors.
That's awesome. So, could you please share your journey through the world of VC, and how do you think times are changing?
So it's a great question. We started as a startup in Silicon Valley. We went through several discussions with VCs, and we realized that uh, it's really interesting timing right now because as a kind of current hype of ICO and blockchain is going on, a lot of classical VCs are not paying too much attention, and
Mm-hmm.
so I feel that it's really a good opportunity for them to learn about this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think it's the fact that there are some VCs are completely unaware of this phenomena. It's astonishing, especially in Silicon Valley. It's almost like you are building a new internet and people are not aware of that. So our journey was very interesting. We met with a lot of VCs, and what I can tell you is I can see a change in mentality. I see that more and more VCs are getting interested in the topic. They're starting to ask the right questions. They're starting to understand the business model. So I think the overall cultural change is happening as we speak.
Interesting. So, how about these consumer activity tokens? What can a user use it for within the network of BitClave?
Yeah. So CAT or consumer activity tokens are essentially utility tokens used in the blockchain for enabling the ecosystem. And the way the ecosystem is built, it's built on smart contracts that enable this automatic connection between consumers and businesses. For example, if you're looking for some service and you are an attractive customer because you have a background of using the services in the past, I can target you, and and I'm a service provider, and you can actually make money while during the transaction. So you specify that you are interested in targeted advertisement, but you also would like to get 5 tokens, and the thresholds are also defined. And so when the threshold is met, the transaction of tokens happens, and so CAT is really used to power these transactions.
Sorry, I just lost you because of the connection. What was the last thing that you said?
I said that the CAT is used to power this transaction. So CAT is essentially this token that is changing hands during the transaction.
So I think it seems like a very good idea, basically, because all these consumers, first of all, have already had an experience using the service. So as you mentioned, it's you're targeting the right kind of consumers, and on the other hand, since they're getting some incentive to do it, they're opting on to get this by themselves, right? Yeah, interesting idea.
Yep.
So I would like to tell everyone that BitClave is about to start its pre-sale of tokens, and to many Alex, I think many of our viewers might not understand how a pre-sale is different from an ICO. Could you please tell them a bit about that, and also when is the pre-sale going to start, and what is the objective of raising this money? What is it going to be used for?
Yes. So pre-sale is an event that usually happens before a crowdfunding event, and our pre-sale will start on Tuesday. I think is it 4:30 time in India, and it's going to be a very exciting event for us. We are raising a small amount of money. We're raising about $1.5 million. One of the biggest difference from between pre-sale and the crowdfunding is that pre-sale actually goes with a big discount. It's essentially a way for people to contribute to the project earlier and essentially benefit from the product going forward. So our event will last for about 1 week. And we are hoping to collect enough money to get ready for the main event, which will be in September for crowdfunding, where we essentially are going to already demonstrate some capabilities with our alpha being on the market and having some initial partners signed. And we'll spend much more time meeting with potential users and really spreading the word about BitClave after pre-sale.
Oh, that's really interesting. I think once that starts, I feel with the current scenario of relating to the SegWit and everything, the trend is now very positive. And what do you exactly feel in terms of what is the exact time for you that you guys will take, to reach the pre-sale limit?
Uh, I'm sorry, I lost you for a second. Can you
Okay.
repeat it again? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. So I was saying, since the current scenario is really positive with the SegWit and the kind of all the miners going into one direction.
Mhm.
So uh, how what do you think? So you were keeping it open for a week, but what do you envisage? When will the pre-sale limit reach?
Right. So we have two limits here. We have a soft cap that is defined $1.5 million, which will essentially have a 50% discount. So it's a big discount for initial users. And then there is another limit of essentially that will continue after that for 2 days,
Hmm.
kind of depending on the people that would like to participate, and will reduce the discount. So initial discount is 50%, the second discount is going to be 35%,
Hmm.
and as I said, it will last for about 48 hours after we reach the soft cap.
Yes. So another thing that I found on BitClave's website was, a mention of giving a fixed amount of CAT tokens to Draper University students. Why is that?
So as you probably know, and you mentioned, uh, we are working with Draper University. I'm mentoring in Draper University and
Mhm.
helping students to figure out their startups and what they want to do uh, with their ideas.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of questions being asked about blockchain.
Hmm.
And we felt very intrigued by the fact that new entrepreneurs are learning about this field. And so we wanted to provide this kind of initial fuel to this crowd, this very smart kids and smart audience. So we felt that pledging a number of tokens to each accepted participant
Hmm.
would be a good way to motivate them to explore the topic, try it out,
Hmm.
build the initial wallet, and see how it works. And so we feel that it's a good program, and we actually are planning to expand into other incubators where, just to attract more talent to this idea.
Hmm. Seems like a very interesting idea. In fact, Tim had endorsed our community earlier this week, and a lot of blockchain enthusiasts within the community got a chance to speak to him during an AMA session with him. And I again feel that Draper University is a great place for any aspiring entrepreneurs who are trying to achieve uh, their goals by this new generation entrepreneurship, wherein you grow fast, you take in help from VCs through their resources, and now on top of it, this new trend of ICOs, and students studying ICOs there would, I think, be able to benefit even more. And the kind of enthusiasm I saw when I was myself at Draper University was mind-boggling, because you know yeah. So I feel I think it's a great idea for you to be thinking this way, and helping these students understand this really new model, right? And I think these are the questions from my side, and I would like to uh, get a note from you about our community members, to just encourage them to keep learning about this technology, and go out there and build something over this.
Right, right. Yeah, and I definitely encourage everybody to explore. I think this is a great opportunity right now. Uh, Learn about blockchain, get more into crypto world,
Mhm.
understand what SHA means, and I think it's a great learning experience right now for all of us. So yeah, so thank you very much for inviting me, and I wish you all the best with your activities, and I hope that listeners enjoy this conversation. If anybody has any other questions, you guys can reach me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. But if we have any questions from the community members, I'll be happy to direct it through my personal email, akshay@blockchainindia.com. Thanks for taking time out for us, Alex. This means a lot for us, and this will probably go a long way for generating enthusiasm within the blockchain ecosystem in India. For all the viewers, thanks a lot for watching this video. If you want to learn a bit about this unique problem that Alex and his wonderful team at BitClave is trying to solve, and also got a bit to learn about from his journey at building this startup. And also learning about ICOs. Thanks, Alice. Thanks, Alex, and thanks everybody else for
Okay,
watching this video.
great talking to you. Bye bye.